I think there's several aspects of Lync you have to understand to be able to use. I think that very beginning you have to have a good understanding of the architecture. Unless you've seen it and understand it, this is extremely complex. One of the most complex applications I think Microsoft makes. Now the beauty is that the installation is so well done that for the most part it's just a click, 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 install, it works. And that's what I see in the classroom most of the time. If it doesn't work, if I've got a problem on the network, if my certificates aren't quite right, if DNS isn't behaving itself, or if I've just made a simple typo, then you need to really understand the architecture to be able to do that troubleshooting. The second aspect, following right along from that, is troubleshooting. Now, if everything works well and you follow all the lovely, outstanding material that's out there, then installing and running it should just be straightforward. But when it's not, you have so many complex pieces, you've really got to understand the architecture to be able to know where to troubleshoot. Now, we see this in the classroom all the time. Students make mistakes. And so I can't walk up to a system and say, I know what mistake you've made. I have to go right back to basics. Where's the server? Do I have network connectivity to it? Can I get there with DNS? Is the certificate correct? Is the service started? All this stuff, which is just good, solid IT pro stuff, we have to follow. So you've got to understand the Lync architecture to know where to ask the questions. I think the second aspect is there is a tremendous amount of really high quality documentation out there. A planning guide, a deployment guide, a resource kit for more information. There's another 300 megabytes of protocol definitions. So there's huge amounts of information out there, not to mention all the blogs and so on, both Microsoft and the MVPs put out. A lot of those will help you with individual problems and individual issues, but you've really got to know what it is you're doing. This is not, that's why to some degree Lync Online is so attractive. I just do a couple of things and hey presto, it all works. And all the complexity has been dealt with by Microsoft. In order to administer and manage and deploy Lync effectively, I've got to have a good background in Windows. So I've got to understand the Windows architecture, broadly the Windows architecture, service architecture. I need a reasonable understanding of Active Directory. I need some understanding of SQL. I need some understanding of the obvious networking components, a little bit on IIS. Now, I don't want to make it sound like I've got to be a guru in all those things. The beauty of the deployment guide, the planning guide, is that they outline in pretty big detail exactly what you have to do where and walk you through that. So it's extremely well guided. But there's a lot of pieces there that you just have to be aware of. This is not for someone who's just learned how to spell Windows. This is for your typical admin who's been at the company 3 or 4 years, knows the basics, can be reasonably good at it. Obviously, the more depth you have, the better. If I'm going to be running a 100,000 user installation with enterprise voice, then I'm going to want to have some pretty good technical folks. And they need to have some pretty good skills.